Video reflection number 2. After reading about the nature of science and the inquiry, what stood out to me is how closely they work together. Nature and science explains what science is. The inquiry is how students actually do the science in the classroom. Together, they help students understand science instead of memorizing just the facts. One thing I liked about the nature of science reading is that the idea of science can change. Scientific knowledge is based on the evidence, but new information can lead to new ideas. This is important for students to learn because it shows them that science is about asking questions, testing ideas, and learning from mistakes. Another big takeaway is that science is a human process. Science is creativity and thinking, and they don't always get things right the first time. I like this because it helps students understand that they don't have to be perfect and do science. If they are curious and willing to try, they are already doing science. The inquiry also makes a lot of sense for elementary students. Inquiry doesn't mean that students have to design experiments all by themselves right away. Instead, teachers can guide them step by step, starting with structured activities and slowly giving them more responsibility. The sinking and floating example showed how this works in the real classrooms. Students begin by following directions and then start making their own choices and eventually ask and test their own questions. Throughout the process, they observe and use evidence and change their thinking, which connects directly to the nature of science. As a future elementary teacher, this has made me feel more confident. Inquiry does not have to be messy or overwhelming. When it's planned and supported, it helps students learn science content and understands how science works. Overall, these readings remind me that good science teaching is not just about doing experiments. It's about helping students think like scientists and understand why science is important in their everyday lives.